everyone, I'm kateschwanke and welcome back to my channel for another fun how-to and review. Today I'm going to show you guys an unboxing and how to build the Zinus low-profile 4-inch smart box spring. Now I actually have one of these already for our king-size bed downstairs. That bed sat just a little too high to have a 9-inch, and we've been using that box spring for years and I have loved it. This thing is so easy to build. Also, this is not a sponsored video. I just love this product and really wanted to share it with you guys. So if you're looking to buy a box spring that's just a little bit smaller, this is actually Zinus's lowest profile box spring that they offer. So hopefully you guys will find this video helpful. Let's go ahead and show you guys to the room where we're going to be moving this. Come on. So this is my son's new room, and as you can see, this mattress is just a little bit too low. However, we did try to put a 9-inch box spring on this bed, and it went up to like here, so you could barely see the headboard. But when you have a bed that's this low profile, but you still need some height, the Zinus 4-inch box spring is like the perfect fit. So let's go ahead and build it and put it on this bed. So as you guys can see, this is a big box. This is a full-size 4-inch box spring. It is a heavy, heavy box because all the pieces in here are metal and they fit together perfectly to create this seamless box spring. But I think my favorite thing about this is actually that it comes with this really nice cover. So if you didn't even want to put a sheet on it to hide it, you don't really need to. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'm gonna have to lay it down and hopefully I have picked a spot with enough space for us today. So I've got my scissors here. We're gonna go ahead and open up this box. I already have it set to open up from, I think, the top here, but I may have to flip it around a little bit more. All right, there we go. So this is what you guys have on the inside. This is what it looks like on the inside of the box. You have your pad on top there, your manual, and all your poles and things underneath, but it's very well padded in here. So let's go ahead and build it. So here's your instruction manual. Here's all the things that come in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up real quick and show you guys what all is included. You have this handy dandy piece here, which I actually saved from my last mattress because this thing is amazing. It's like a ratcheting Allen wrench type of head. I love it. It's come in handy for lots of other random things, so keep that when you're done with it. You have all these pieces, and that even comes with an Allen wrench in there as well. And you have this pad, and 2 other little tiny pieces down in here that will come in handy later. Let's build it. So I have all my pieces laid out. As you guys can see, there's not really too many pieces. Most of this thing is just built with all this metal. So it's actually fairly easy, but here is what your finished product is gonna look like basically. And it shows you all the steps, and then you have all the parts that are included. And here is your step-by-step. So this is what we're gonna start with. So step 1 is actually to line up your 1s and 2s on this corner here. So you're just going to pop these into place. Super simple. Next, you're going to take your short screw, looks like this, and we're gonna pop 1 in each of these holes here. I like to just hand tighten things at first so that if there is an issue or I've messed up in some way, that it's not too hard to undo. And then when you're all done, you can run around and tighten everything up with that tool I showed you guys earlier. So that's step 1 and 2 technically. Next, you're gonna do the exact same thing on all of the corners. So we're gonna line up this one next because this is still attached to the very top. And then when I put the bottom on later, I want it to just glide right on. So it should be a lot easier that way. Slips right in there. Once again, you're gonna take these screws, 2, and you're gonna just hand tighten them into place. And probably after I put the bottom part on, I'm going to go around and tighten these up with the tool as well. Super simple, guys. Okay, next I'm just going to move this piece into this piece here. 1s to 1s, 2s to 2s, 3s to 3s, and 4s to 4s. Super simple. It is all popped together, and now we just need to put in our small screws again. And you guys can see the height too, right? It's not a very tall box spring, but it is super effective and it gives you just enough height if you have like a gap between your headboard or if you're just looking for a little bit more height for your bed. They also make these in 5-inch box springs and bigger as well. So if you need just a little bit more height than this 4-inch, I am sure that the installation is still the same because I do remember doing my king size one and I think that was actually 2 like almost twin size box springs and then they like stuck together and then we put the cover on top of it, but it was still super easy. All right, so we have this fully done. I'm just gonna go around and tighten these up real quick. So I've already tightened up a few of the corners, so I just wanted to show you guys the last one because I really do love this little Allen wrench tool because it ratchets and it makes things so much faster and easier. So I just want to make sure that these are hand tightened. Stick this in here, nice and tight. So those tight little corners that are a little difficult with a normal Allen wrench work just great with this tool. So far this has been super easy. We're already done with the actual frame part. Now we need to build the inside and we're on step 5 and 6 right now. So let's go. So now we are using this nice long piece down the very center of the box spring. Now this piece does have some squishy foam here on top. It's like sticky, squishy foam, not sticky here, but like it's stuck to the bar on this side. And on this side, there's nothing. Now in the directions, it does not tell you anything about this. So what I've decided to do is just have the foam part sticking up. That way, when I put these long metal pieces across the top, it'll stay nice and quiet and it'll have a little bit of cushioning to it. So that is my reasoning for doing it. And for this part, we're going to use some of the longer screws. So we're going to use these longer screws. They look like this. Still have the same head on them. And we're just going to put them right inside of these holes down here. Make sure you're just hand tightening at this stage. As you can see, there's a gap here. And on the other side, I made sure to not tighten it all the way so that I could bring these two pieces together. So I already have one of my screws all the way through. I'm just gonna press a little bit towards this so that they make contact. Our next step is to use this long piece with these ends on them, and it's just gonna sit right across on the top here and connect on both sides. Right there, and it's super easy. I did want to mention too, I did do this part right, so have the foam side up on that one. But on this one, all you need is 2 of the short screws on each side, and you're once again just going to hand tighten them into these 2 little holes here. This is probably the easiest part of the whole thing. That and maybe putting the cover on. After this, I am probably going to tighten up all of the screws all over. There's the last one. So this is what it's looking like so far, you guys. The next thing to do is to pop all of these long skinny ones. You can see the end on this one. Those are all going to fit in these little grooves on the top here. And it should not take very long to pop these all in. And then we just have to put the cover on and put this on the bed. So here's the finished box spring. And you guys can use this box spring as it is now, or you can use the cover that comes with it, which I recommend because it's very nice. But this is what it looks like. It's very sturdy, somewhat lightweight. It is all metal though, so it does have a bit of weight to it. Let's go ahead and put the cover on. Okay guys, now that we have this all built, we're gonna put on our cover, which looks like this. It has this kind of crinkly type of material here that I think you would normally find on a box spring. And then it has this really nice padded area here. So this is what I meant when you could or could not use a sheet over this. You could if you wanted to, but you don't really have to because this is a very nice material and it even has a pretty pattern. So I already have this kind of like standing on its side. So this should be pretty easy having it up like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and start here and kind of just walk along here. It is pretty heavy. After I lifted it up, I was like, oh yeah, this has some weight to it. So here you go. That is one end. Nice and tight. Now I'm gonna flip it over and do the other side. Just makes it a little, I don't know, more nice, I think, when you're trying to build your bed back together after washing sheets and things. Oh, here's my cat coming to join me. Hi, Cammy. What do you think, huh? She's so curious. All right, so we have the cover completely on. Now you wouldn't even be able to tell that this is a metal box spring. So I love that. And there it is. Now all that's left is to put this on the bed. So we are back at this full-size bed, and they do provide you with these interesting little sticky pads. So these are like grippy pads that will grip the Zinus to your frame of your bed. I have these slats here, so I'm going to stick them on the slats just to help prevent them from moving around a little bit. So we have it all put together now. We have our mattress pad, our full mattress, and then we also have our Zinus box spring. As you guys can see, they all pile up perfectly. I can't wait for my son to sleep on this tonight. I think he's gonna love it. Looks super comfy. Now all that's left to do is put the bed together. I hope you guys enjoyed this how-to video and found it fun and helpful. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and definitely subscribe to my channel while you're here if you're new. I love to do these kinds of videos on my channel, and there's definitely going to be more in the future, so click that subscribe button to follow along. If you guys see anything in this video that you would like a link for, I will link everything down in the description below for you. You can shop through those links anytime, and it helps support my channel, so thank you very much for those who shop with me. Thanks for watching!